Hello and welcome everybody to the MTG Paper Legacy Discord's Fight Night Mirror Match Edition today. I am PresbyOTW, joined here by my co-host, Mr. Jack Dax. How's it going today?
Going pretty good. Excited for these mirror matches.
Oh yeah. Oh, Dukes is here as well. Hello, Dukes. How are you?
Hey, Dukes. Good to see you again.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is going to be a really interesting event today. So what we have here is we have 3 mirror matches, and either perfect copy 75s or as close to it as possible for all 3 matches tonight. So it's going to be super interesting. So as you can see, for round 1, we have Colorless Post Mirror, which is going to be super bizarre because, as you can see, starting off with Cathor here, Cloud Post checks locusts on the battlefield. So every locust that Malfi plays will make Cathars better. So both of these Cloud Coasts are already tapping for 2 mana each.
Gotta love it. It's gonna be a race to the finish. I want to see who gets a Karn first, who gets an Ugin first. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a ton of fun to see what happens.
This is super bizarre. So yeah, this is going to be turn 2, 4 mana if this is a Glimmer Post. So also of note here, both players with functionally full foil decks here as well, which is impressive. So we're going to get a turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer off of posting here with Cathor. So this is a very fast start.
What are we gonna get?
I'm not sure in this case here. Both these hands are just going to be absolutely stacked, I'd imagine, because these are both absolutely massive mana decks. So we're going to see here.
Lord.
Oh my god. So we
So-
see City, Cloud Post, Sorcerer's Spyglass, Walking Ballista, Golos, Blast Zone, and Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger.
Is that an Emrakul above the Ulamog? What is that?
Blast Zone.
No, above it, the one that's covered in I know there's a Blast Zone behind it.
Oh,
What's on top of
the
it?
front card? That's the City
Yeah.
of Traders.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no,
This is gonna be
this
great.
hand is quite stuffed, yeah. So the City of Traders is
Okay.
going over on the left side there.
There we go. Yeah, now I can see it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Beautiful
So-
deck from Malfi.
Oh, definitely. What would you take here? Because, like,
Hmm.
I'd understand, wanting to take something like Ballista, Spyglass, or, Golos here, but at the same time, the Nulamog is just so
we'll take
easy to
Zoe.
cast. Because after all, there's another Cloud Post in Malfi's hand, which means that Cloud Post is going to put Malfi on 8 mana for turn 3.
It's such a problem to be in because you're gonna see the Golos coming out. Yep.
Yeah. I actually like this a lot as a way that this kind of allows you to play City of Traders. So this also functionally stifles Cathor's mana development as well, because his Cloud Post is not going to get any bigger this way. And it also allows you to play another land without sacrificing the city.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting time to see how this turns out, especially once the Thespian stage copies one of the posts, whether it's gonna be a Cloud Post or a Locust. And we're gonna see the reverse Thespian stage, of course. We're
Yeah.
just copying each other.
This is actually super interesting. When we wanted to do mirror matches, we decided to go with as close to carbon copy 75s as possible, so that way there'd be less metagaming in regards to, this is a real mirror breaker. Because that we wanted both players to basically be playing the same list, so that way both players would have the same sideboard tech and everything. It's definitely going to be different for sure, and super interesting. And you can just see how stacked a lot of these players' hands are right now.
At this point, I just want to play the biggest creature possible. I feel like the Sorcerer's Spyglass is just coming out to see what's in the hand.
Oh yeah, probably. So we see a Monolith, another Thespian stage, and a City of Traders.
I wonder if you name the Thespian stage and then force him to have it, or do you go for the Golos? There's not too many targets in these decks.
Well, that's just it. And this is the thing that Malfi's got to be worried about, is the fact that any card that he names, he's going to have to worry about himself, because it's going to turn it off for himself as well.
I mean, you could name Manifold Key, right? You could do that too if you really want to.
Yeah, you could. So it looks like we're
naming
going to name... Karn the Great Creator. Yes, I do like that.
Thank you to the ever wonderful Beyond Sadistic for being our stream tech, showing the great name on the deck.
Yeah. Ooh.
What is that?
That is the... it's something monument.
Eldrazi Monument?
No, Forsaken Monument.
Yeah.
This is the thing that goes infinite with Basalt Monolith. On top of making Golos absolutely a massive 5/7 now.
So +2/+2 to colorless creatures. Whenever you tap a permanent for colorless, you add additional colors, and whenever you cast a colorless spell, you gain 2 life. Okay.
Does a little bit of everything.
Seems interesting.
Yeah. So we're going to see a second Thespian stage here from Cathor as well. So this is kind of interesting. And this is actually something that, depending on what Cathor drew there, He could potentially end step make the stage.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's open.
oh, he must have copied the thespian stage as a copy of Cloud Post there. Yeah, we're just getting Ugin tapping 2 lands. That's it.
Not good.
No. However, the downtick side of Ugin, the remove all colorless permanent or all colored permanents is completely useless in this matchup.
Yeah, at least we can plus things. That's all we can do here.
Oh yeah, definitely. We'd still have to definitely be very concerned though, in Cathor's position, as this Golos is absolutely monstrous.
I kind of want to see Ugin get ulted. I just want to see the -10.
I think that would be super fun.
I want to see gain 7, draw 7, and put up to 7 permanents from your hand into the battlefield.
That sounds exceptionally powerful.
It's gonna be good if we get it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hello,
Lady
Lady
Vito's, how you
Vitos.
doing?
Crunch for 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like the block there. Just well, again,
They do draw a card though.
yeah, attacks at Ugin. Yes, definitely block there for sure. Then we're tapping the post for God knows how much mana now.
Oh, I don't know anymore at this point.
Taps for 6.
I do find it funny that Thought Knot Seer is a target opponent, so in theory, if your opponent was hexproof, they wouldn't draw the card.
That is true. Oh my goodness. How big is this chalice? Okay, this is a
We're only
chalice
going
on
for
2.
2? What are we
Okay,
worried about here? Are we worried about opposing chalices?
I could see that.
Or are we worried about opposing sorcery spyglasses? There's only 2 cards we could be worried about. In the
Yeah,
main board. In the main board. The sideboard, you could be worried about Torpor Orb and Ratchet Bomb.
yeah, I could see those cards for sure. I'm honestly not entirely sure what exactly
How much mana are we
could be
floating
going
here?
on. This
How
is
much are we
a
floating for?
4, I
Oh,
believe.
Lord.
These decks make so much mana.
Technically speaking, that Ballista is a 6/6.
That is true, actually, with the Forsaken
Forsaken.
Monument. Oh my goodness.
And we're also forgetting that it taps for additional mana because all the Forsaken Monument stuff, you tap for 1, you tap for 2.
Yeah.
Good lord.
We also see the Caracas in hand for Malfi, which is really, really bad for Cathor as well, because being able to bounce and recast the Golos is just absolutely not where you want to be, because if that happens again, guarantee you this Golos will be grabbing a Cascading Cataracts and Malfi will be going off.
Cascading Cataracts, not a good sign. We're going to be swinging for 11 here?
I believe, no, this shit, yes, 11, yeah.
11? Yeah. We're getting dangerously close to some territory we don't want to be in.
Yeah. Looks
Oh,
like
some of
one
it
of
was
the
it.
attacks, so it swings 5 at Ugin and then 6 at Cathor himself. So
Fair. Ugin is a pretty scary man.
yeah.
Well, dragon creature thing. Oh, we're going to see the Caracas, of course.
Yeah.
Probably going to bounce at end step.
What ended up happening here actually? Because the dice wound back up.
I have no idea what's going on here. Okay, we're going to go straight to face instead.
I see. And then
And
I'm assuming he's demonstrating an infinite kill here. Oh, he's just pumping apparently to kill. So he's making enough mana that he's just going to attack Cathor, put him to 5, make 20 mana, and put 5 counters on the Ballista.
well, that's one way to do it. Well, taking
Yeah.
a look at their sideboard, of course, we got the same setup. What are you liking from this? I'll name it off. We're going to look at 2 Dismember, 2 Ensnaring Bridge, 3 Land of the Void, 1 Liquid Metal Coating, 1 Lattice, Mycosynth Lattice, 1 Ratchet Bomb, 1 Sorcerer Spyglass, 1 Sphere of Resistance, 1 Spine of Ishasa, 1 Torpor Orb, and 1 Walking Ballista. Now, reminder, there is a Karn Wishboard here, so what do you like?
Yes. I actually don't mind the Torpor Orb here. I think the biggest reason is because that in this particular type of matchup, I'm thinking that Golos is not the way you want to try and be winning here. You turning their creatures off is just as valuable because that, like I suppose you'd want to get the value at a Thought-Knot Seer, but Ulamog and Walking Ballista are not hurt by that at all. Yeah, Trinisphere will definitely be coming out for sure.
Not
It's
worth
not
it.
very good in this matchup. um, I'm really not sure. Maybe actually no. Liquid metal coating's only good if you have Karn, so you definitely want to wait until you have Karn to wish that out. I actually don't know how much would change here. Maybe bring in the spine, honestly.
Huh. You know what? I'm actually thinking you remove the Trinisphere and probably remove maybe like a Sphere of Safety or two, and go for a Dismember, and then go for a Ensnaring Bridge and the Torpor Orb.
I could see that actually.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's the move I'm thinking because it does kill some things in this list.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike, for the removing the sphere of resistance, both of these decks just make so much mana. And actually that is a good point as well, Doc. Chalice of the Void is not very good in this matchup either.
Hey, Chalice on 5. We can all believe in the dream.
There
Spend
you
10
go.
mana to put it on 5. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry. Live with the dream. You can
Yeah,
do it.
just to hit the goal. Well, that actually also hits Forsaken Monument hilariously.
Chalice on 5, 3rd and 3.
Yeah, basically. So I don't know, and this is it. Is both players have the exact same sideboard, so you gotta kind of wonder, what. It's so hard to tell because both players are gonna try and think, or can I like out cute my opponent, or are they going to be doing the exact same thing I am? I really don't know. This matchup is definitely one of the weirder ones for sure, just because that both players' lands play off of the other players' lands.
Yeah, honestly, I wonder if you metagame the chalices too and assume the other player's gonna play them, so you don't have to play them. So you don't have to play chalice on 2 to get your chalices countered.
I could see that.
But then again, what do you bring in? There's not a lot of things that you're gonna bring in.
And that's the problem too, is that there's like a Karn Wish board. The ley line is just useless here.
Leylines do nothing.
Yeah, they do actual nothing. I could see bringing in one copy of Ensnaring Bridge, but again, the problem is that all of these cards that you bring in to try and hurt your opponent are hurting you as well.
Yeah, I mean it's difficult. It's a very interesting matchup, to say
Yeah,
the least, in terms of
and
how you
and
have
I
to play
do kind
out.
of like that about the Perfect Mirror is because that it's all these cards that you have. You have to be, if it's not asymmetrical design, like a lot of these cards in this list, such as Torpor Orb, affect both players. So you have to be very careful about what you bring it in for.
Yeah, honestly, there's just certain circumstances where you're thinking like, when Malfi played the Sorcerer's Spyglass and Karn, where it's like, do I really want to do this to myself?
Yeah,
I'm killing my
exactly.
win condition.
Hmm. Well, I'm sure
Honestly,
these two have got it figured out. This is their pet deck, both. So
honestly, it's just tough to see. I think at this point, it's just whoever gets the driver's seat first. Who's going to be in the drag car getting ready to go, and who has enough gas to get off.
yeah, exactly. And of note, last game as well, Malfi was on a 7. Cathor was on a 6. Now that being said, Cathor was on the play, so Cathor technically did have the mana advantage as well. So maybe it. Mm, you never know. But I
No,
do agree though that I think there will be a lot of snowballing happening. Just when the snowball starts rolling, that's when things are going to start getting out of hand.
yeah. And for those of you just joining us, we are the MTGPL, the MTG Paper Legacy Discord. For those who want to join us, check out the exclamation point Discord. Join in on our weekly events. We have a Tuesday night fight night, which you're watching here, which is a themed event. Right now, it is Mirror Fight Night, where we have mirror matches. Every Saturday, we have a weekly challenge, which is over the Discord using webcams. Same sort of setup, usually 5 to 6 rounds on a Saturday. And then every other Sunday, we have the bi weekly EU tournament, which is the same as our Saturday tournament. Winners get a Dark Ritual token as of the current season, and all this feeds into, and it's all run on MTG Melee, and all this feeds into our quarterly invitational, which our next invitational is scheduled for May. I believe it is May 1st.
First, I think,
I think
yes.
it's May 1st. I have to double check that number. But
It's
if you
a
type an exclamation point,
fantastic time.
if you type in the exclamation point invitational, you can see that. And then, of course, every month we have a league. Right now, the league signups are closed for March, but we'll be having the league VODs and playoff bracket series coming next week and up on our YouTube page shortly.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time. Would highly recommend checking it out if anyone here is ever curious about Legacy at all, especially how to, play it in a pandemic world and everything like that. So,
Oh, yeah.
but for game 2 here, Malfi's going down to 5 on the mulligans, which is really unfortunate. Especially, well, I suppose going to 5 being on the draw is not the worst, but here we go. We're getting that cloud post start again.
I mean, this is already going well for Malfi. 2 colorless. Perfect.
Yeah. Ancient Tomb Monolith.
Pretty good start.
That's not a bad start for sure.
Oh.
So we're going to float 3 mana here. Casting Spyglass. Interesting.
Not good. Oh, there's Karn.
Basalt Monolith. Manifold Key. Spyglass. And then another Cloud Post and a Glimmer Post. So there is no stopping this mana. Absolutely none.
Yeah, you name Karn here. That's it. You name Karn.
I think you have to. As well, not only that, but Cathar using that. I've seen Cathar use that Manifold Key before to great effect. Play the Monolith, tap it for 3, cast the Manifold Key, untap the Monolith, net 1 mana, go up to 4, keep going like that. So good. Names the Manifold Key. Interesting. So, to me, that says as well that either there is a Karn that Malfi has handy that he figures he's probably going to use soon. Either that or Malfi needs that Basalt Monolith to go off here. He needs one of them.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we're going to fire off the Sorcerer Spyglass around. So there's the Karn.
Oh,
so this one I would imagine is going to name Karn the Great Creator. Given the state of this hand, 100% it is doing more damage to Malfi by naming Karn than it will be to Cathar.
Oh, yeah. Definitely in the way it's set up. But I wonder what you can draw to get out of this.
Yeah. Yeah, and the name was Karn the Great Creator.
Ha. Very cruel.
Yeah, this is definitely a rough spot to be in for sure. Oh. Did they change the name there, I guess? Name's Thespian Stage. Ooh.
Interesting choice.
Interesting. And top decking the other. Wow. Top decks the Ancient Tomb in order to play the Karn on curve.
Oh, no.
Oh, apparently Doc was saying that he just assumed it was KGC name didn't check there. Oh well. Thank you for table spotting, Doc.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. So this is really bad now if you're in Cathar's position because now, your Karn is still on, but the Basalt Monolith and the Manifold Key are both off regardless of what the Spyglass does. I also like just ticking up on the Karn here and actually getting in for 2 with the Spyglass.
Not good. I mean, this is the metagaming that you have to deal with because, sometimes it's better to be lucky.
Yeah. So we're going to play out a Glimmer Post here. So this is going to put Cathar at 7 mana now.
Gaining life's nice, though.
Yeah. So Cathar's going to play a Karn of his own.
But what do you deploy here?
This is a really bizarre situation here. Oh, liquid metal coating. I actually like this a lot.
We're gonna start blowing up lands.
Actually,
Let's
I think the
go.
bigger thing too is just that Cather's probably going to deploy this and then start hitting Karn with the liquid metal coating, so that way he can't use his own Karn.
All right, coding doesn't do anything because they're both knocked off right now.
Yeah. Well, the both cards are currently still active, so Cather's probably grabbing the liquid metal coating here and is or attempts to. Oh, doesn't. Yeah,
It
finds
doesn't
a card
work.
but realizes it won't work. Never mind.
It does not work. Karn's relevant text that is always permanent. Artifact activate abilities, artifacts your opponent's control can't be activated. And in the mirror, you just turn off each other's artifacts.
Yeah.
Not
In
very
that case, I actually almost kind of like just grabbing a spyglass and naming Karn
Spyglass
here.
named Karn. Great job.
Triple spyglass in the mirror.
Whoopsie daisies. Yeah, there's not really much you want to do here in terms of what you can find. I mean, it's a pretty bad situation to be in.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you could play Spine of Isath. You could fetch for that.
You could. The only problem is that I think that you'd probably want to play it out sooner rather than later. Looks like he's actually just going to cast the Basalt Monolith and then uptick on it.
Get on my line.
that sounds amazing.
Screw the game. Just screw the game so hard.
All you have to do is just resolve a creature that doesn't need to activate Karn to attack, and then you can just Lattice to win.
Oh, yeah. I honestly wonder if Cathor is going to get Spine though eventually.
Quite possibly. So this is of note though, is Malfi's mana is severely choked here now. Can't untap the Monolith, and he can't untap the Monolith because of Karn, let alone activate it because of Karn. The other thing as well is that without a Cloud Post of his own, the Glimmer Post, the only thing it does is make Cathor's Cloud Post bigger.
It gains him life.
It does gain him life, actually.
That's important.
Yeah. Gains him 4 life, actually. Pays for cast the Forsaken Monument. Oh, goodness. So this is actually going to be an uptick now, and crunching in for a lot because the mana or the oh goodness, the Spyglass is a 4/4 now because of the Forsaken Monument. Oh my goodness, this match is so bizarre.
We chump.
Yeah, attack the Karn and block.
Yeah.
You just chump with the Basalt. It's done its job. You can't really do anything else with it.
So at this point, do we get the Spine and cast it? Can we cast it?
I 100% would go get Spine and cast it here, provided it was not boarded in.
Why would you board in your one? That'd be very difficult.
Yeah, Oliver, technically it would win, but who wants to do that? That's not a fun way to go.
Yeah, draw, go, please.
Yeah.
Oh, are we going to down tick for the Spine? Yeah, we're going to down tick for the Spine.
Oh, yeah, and that is a good point. Malfi is actually on a mull to 5, so technically Catherine's actually down on cards.
That is Spine, right? No, I'm not wrong by art.
That is a Spine, yes.
Oh, we're casting Spine. Here we go.
Spine of Esau. Let's go.
Do we target the Karn? What are we targeting here with it, though? That's the real question.
I actually like targeting the Karn here, just by virtue of, Malfi could potentially draw something very good, but at the same time, you still have your Karn online to keep it out. The other thing, too, is that the Spine of Esau is just absolutely massive on an uptick with Karn. It's a 7/7.
Yeah, so we do Spine, and then we turn it into a creature so we can block with it, right?
So Cathor can't do that this turn.
Not this turn, but next turn.
But next turn, yeah. That being said, though, Malfi has no creatures now, right? Because the Spyglass is going to stop being a creature as soon as the Karn goes away.
Hey, at least Cathor's stuff is all online except for Manifold Key.
Yeah. So this is bad now because this is a very short clock on Malfi.
What are we tapping for here?
So we're tapping for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Ugin
6, 7.
the affable?
Ugin ineffable.
Yeah. Making
So this
things
is gonna
cheaper.
make colorless spells cheaper. Tap that for 5.
Oh, we're giving up here. We're GGing.
Yeah.
We're getting the mic
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
We're
So
getting the
in
mic
this
up.
case right here, he downticks to make a creature, then goes and grabs the lattice. And what this does is neither player can activate any abilities from any permanents. So because Cathor controls the only creature as a 2/2, he will kill him in 8 turns.
Oh yeah. Game 3 here. Do we metagame even harder?
Yeah.
Do we board
Oh,
in December?
actually,
Do we start screwing with people's like ideals? Because you could dismember one of the creatures they make, like a sorcerer spyglass, and then you're
you
fine.
could. Actually, I don't mind the dismember here.
You bring in the dismember and just metagame it really hard.
Well, Karn is so important in this matchup. Oh my goodness. And yeah, so Sarah, that is correct. The other Karn was gone. So this is actually just a hard lock in terms of Cathor's side. Malfi just can't do anything. That being said, though, in the event that that Ugin had come down and made a creature, even if there were symmetrical Karns, that Mycos and Thlattis would have been a complete lock because Mycos and Thlattis and Karn does not stop creatures already on the battlefield from attacking. As far as sideboards go, I really don't think there's much I would change at all, honestly. Other than potentially, I think the Dismember tech is absolutely hilarious.
I want to see dismember come in. I really want to see it. I just want to see either Malthy or Cathor's reaction to be like, okay, I'm gonna swing at you with my sorcerer spyglass named whatever, and just be like, yeah, in response, I'm gonna dismember it.
Yeah. That would be actually that's super interesting too because that could be something that unlocks the game again by turning off the sorcerer's spyglasses.
Yeah,
You can see how powerful they were that game.
it's brutal, absolutely brutal. What do you think, chat? What are you feeling? You feeling like Colorless Post is gonna win, or is Colorless Post gonna win, chat?
Well, I don't know about chat, but I'm thinking Colorless Post is gonna win.
I don't know. I'm feeling Colorless Post is a little bit stronger in this matchup, just a tad.
Yeah. Hopefully everyone's been enjoying the silliness that is this mirror match night. So we got some other good ones coming up later on too, but starting it off with Colorless Post is definitely a good one too.
Postless Post, yeah, definitely. Also, the Eternally Surprised. I didn't think of that. I completely forgot that was an alternative mode for Con.
That is totally true. I wasn't even thinking about that. However, of note, you cannot hit your opponent's Forsaken Monument because it will become a 7/7 as soon as it becomes a creature.
Yes, this is a mirror to the card. The only differences, of course, is whatever foils that people are missing. Malfi
Or
has played this
artwork.
deck for a long foil or artwork. As Malfi has played this deck and it has, I think, almost entirely foil, and then I think Catholic.
Malfi's deck is 100% foil except for the City of Traders.
Gotta get those
Including
test
the Great
prints.
Monolith.
Gotta get the test prints. Just 20 grand, you know?
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah,
Easy.
exactly.
It's fine. I think they're 10 grand a pop, right? You only need how many? You only need 2. That's 40 grand, right? That's nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like Malfi's on a mulligan here. Oh no, never mind.
Be honest with this, can we get a nice picture of the foil City of Traders at some point? I would love to just show stream that. It's gonna be great.
Looks like Cathor is showing off his hand here. Looks like it was a super sketchy keep or a super sketchy mulligan, so he tossed it away, just showing how how sketchy he wanted to keep, but he is gonna mulligan. So, and again, all the players know exactly the 75s that are going in here. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. No, you gotta get the test print, the one that has no actual text on it. The actual test print. That's the
Oh,
best
the
one.
test print one.
The
Oh,
test print,
goodness.
no, there's no text. It's got like a star and everything. I've seen it in person once at a GP. It is
That's
absolutely
crazy.
amazing. Yeah, but you gotta go for the test print. The test print is the 10 grand version.
Yeah, there's also the blue foil version as well, I saw.
Yes, that one also exists.
Yeah. And for those who are curious as to why, Exodus was the first set they started experimenting foiling in.
They are so nice. Yeah, there's the blue foils, and then there's the test print with no text on them, which are really cool to see.
Yeah, there's some really fancy Magic cards out there for sure. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so that's the blue foil.
Yeah.
That
Do they
one's the blue
count?
foil.
Yeah, the blue foils
That
are
one looks
cool.
like it's sitting razor flat.
Yeah, they did a blue foil, a red foil, a green foil, and a white text box version.
Yeah. And of note as well, the only other card I know of out of Exodus that has this same test print on it is Survival of the Fittest, which is
Mhm.
also hella bucks.
There's a Gaia's Cradle test print too, I think, right?
I'm not sure about test print. I know that one was made into a judge promo. So Cathar unfortunately cannot keep. Okay, so Malfi's on a mulligan to 6. Cathar's on a mulligan to 5 now. Oof.
Oof. This is brutal.
Yeah. Well, and this is it. Is you got to kind of wonder: are these players mulliganing so aggressively because that their hands are just kind of rough, or are they mulliganing because that it's the mirror and they need something better than what they drew?
This mirror is colorless posts against colorless posts. A lot of Karns.
A lot of cards, a lot of mana. Oh my god, there's so much mana in this, including a mid-combat tap for 20 in game 1.
Just casual, you know, as you do.
Yeah. So this will be Malfi on the play as well for game 3. Cathar, I guess, deciding on which cards to bottom here. Bottom number 1. And bottom number 2. Oh, changed his mind last second. It's very important decisions here.
I mean, you really got to think about it.
Oh, definitely. There we go. So we are off to the races here now on game number 3. So here we go. All 3 games have been turn 1 cloud post tap to go.
Here we go.
Yeah. So Cathar, last game Malfi was on a mulligan to 5, and he had a really good Ancient Tomb start. However, the issue was that he didn't have any of the cloud posts, because the cloud posts are the real haymakers in this matchup because of how much mana they make. Especially in Cathar's case, like it really sucks to give Malfi mana, but at the same time, each player playing a cloud post, your opponent technically gets to capitalize on it first, or in terms of the increased amount.
Yeah, this is definitely peak Magic right here. Just playing the F&M promo.
Yeah.
Get those
Cathar
local.
apparently doing a ton of head math.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, definitely. You gotta. It's a lot, and yeah, that is a very good point. Is that if you had all the Vesuvas, which actually I don't know, are there actual 12 Vesuvas in here? Let's just double, or 4 Vesuvas. There's only 2 Vesuvas, so this is technically a 10 post list. So at most, you could tap for 20 mana for each Cloud Post, which is still a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Oh, we're gonna do an Ancient Tomb.
Grim Monolith.
Here we go.
Manifold Key, untap that Monolith.
Yep, the classic.
Basalt Monolith.
We're getting all in the Monolith.
That is an incredible hand for a mulligan to 5. That, wow. You know, for a mulligan to 5, that's nuts. Especially if Cathor can follow up with a Forsaken Monument, this could just be over as of next turn. So we're going to get a Vesuva, I'm assuming copying the Cloud Post. Cloud Post for 2.
In a
Sphere of Resistance.
Very nice.
Well, this is a turn late.
I'm really happy that we're getting a reprint of Vesuva in Time Spiral Remaster. It's going to be great.
Yeah, that card definitely needed a reprint for sure.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Chad? Are you all excited for Time Spiral Remaster? All those old border promos and all that jazz? I'm excited to get some True Name Nemesises. Rest in peace, Uprez. I'm sorry you got no painter.
Yeah.
I'm getting Ponders.
I am crying.
Don't worry, you can always get yours altered. It's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I personally would actually really like some of the old border Ponders as well. However, they are much dollars right now. Very much dollars. More than I'm probably willing to spend for a card I own 16 copies of already.
Old border Time Spiral are too much money right now. And that apparently is a short printed set too. So I can only imagine how much more money they're going to be.
Yeah, well, and this is it. I can't remember if we've actually gotten confirmation on if the set is for real short printed or if it's just the first supply run was pretty low. Yeah. So we're going to see City of Traders here. So Malfi's sitting on 6 mana right now. Cast Karn with 1 floating, paying for the Sphere of Resistance. This is an absolutely horrendous that's unfortunate. Yeah, I guess he wanted to. Oh wow, is he just conceding there? Wow, that was unfortunate.
Oof.
Oh man, what a gigantic hand. That Karn came down at just the right time. That was going to be so much mana. Oh my goodness. Well, that was a really, really blisteringly fast mirror match, at least for the game 3. Holy cow.
Bit anticlimactic. Hoping it'll be a little more close for game 3, but you know, beggars can't be choosers in this kind of situation. You know, this thing has happened.
Exactly. Well, and this is it too, is, you know, for a mulligan to 5, that was not too bad either. So either way, both players coming out doing what they do best, you know, making absolute crap tons of mana, everything like that. So yeah, anyway, we will be back here for the next round number 2 shortly. We will be having new players coming in for a different mirror, and we hope to see you guys shortly there.
See you guys soon.